If you want to be the best no-code consultant that you can be, you must obviously think about what is happening from your customer's perspective. I'm talking about the client journey that people are going to take with you when they start first discovering what it is you do, and as they then progress and move into becoming a paid client of yours. What's that journey look like? How do you take somebody from never having heard of no code to spending thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars with your company? Well, that is exactly what we're covering in this video. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Gareth. I own Gap Consulting, and we have grown Gap Consulting to become a successful no-code agency inside of Airtable, Smart Suite, and automation tools. This video is being brought to you by Built to Scale. If you are curious about building up your own no-code agency, Built to Scale has you covered. Inside of Built to Scale, we work with you to help you become the best no-code consultant so that you can follow the same framework that we established and we can all rise up together as consultants in this space. So if that is of interest, before we actually launch into this video itself, I want to invite you to take my 5-day free crash course. This crash course is going to help you understand how you can start making money online inside of no-code consulting, even if you don't think you have any skills that are marketable at all. Check out that training because it is going to reframe your thinking and help you get on track to start making your first $1,000 as an online consultant. So grab that training, Built to Scale, that's the number 2.io. Without further ado though, let's hop on into the heart of this. We got to talk about the client journey. How do people go from never having heard of you to I'm willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars with you? Well, the truth of the matter is that most of the time when people first stumble upon what it is you do, they are not quite ready to open the checkbook and write you a 5-figure check. It's a really big ask for you to say, hey, I'm ready to charge you $20,000 for this project. I know you've never heard of me before, but why don't you go ahead and get that pen out and start writing my name? It's not going to happen most of the time. So the thing to focus on here, the thing to remember is that you have to first build what is called the know, like, trust factor. Lots of entrepreneurs speak about this in a number of different industries, but it's especially important inside of no-code consulting because of the fact that our dollar amount is higher. When you're asking someone to spend larger dollars, there's greater risk for them in cutting that check and in making that commitment. So of course, you need to first do your legwork to make your customers or your clients feel perfectly at ease. The best way for you to do this, in my opinion, and I've shared this on the channel multiple times, is to build that know, like, trust factor through video. Obviously, this very video that you're watching right now is a testament to the fact that we practice what we preach. It is very important for you to put your work out in the world, allow other people to see what you do, take that and get some quick wins for themselves, and start building that trust between your brand and your prospective clients. Without that trust, it's practically impossible for you to start charging a high dollar amount from folks. It just really isn't scalable. And of course, this whole thing is all about built to scale. So we want to help you build a business that can grow and scale over time. And in order to do that, you've got to find a way to connect with people that will allow you to scale. So a lot of times what I see a lot of consultants doing is more of the one-on-one work. And I advocate for this in the early days of setting up your particular consulting practice, but it's not really scalable in the long term. When you're doing a lot of that one-on-one, it's really hard to pick your head up and look up from the weeds because you are stuck doing the day-to-day grind with your clients. So it's things like video, blogging, social media posts that allow you to reach a larger scale at mass. And that way you can take yourself out of that day-to-day grind and start focusing on some bigger picture items. Bigger picture items like putting together your weekly content that will help you get the word out and grow your reputation. But the other part of this is when somebody first connects with you as a prospective client, when they first find your information, then you need to find a way to continue to engage with that person. Statistically speaking, I know that the majority of people will come to YouTube, they'll have a question they're trying to find an answer for, they'll watch one of our videos, and then they're gone. We'll never see them again. This is where you have to make it your mission to engage those people through your content, whether that's video or whatever, and give them something extra to do. I want to draw your attention back to the beginning of this video where I first said, hey, if you're interested in making your first $1,000 online, check out my 5-day crash course. This is called a lead magnet. And through implementing lead magnets in your business, you can stay more engaged with your prospective clients. Now, as I said, you're probably not willing or ready to buy right now. But in giving you a little bit extra and in exchange for your email address, now I can start giving you more and more value every week, more free content, and just a gentle nudge every now and again saying, hey, by the way, if you ever want to scale up, if you thought our free content was valuable, you should check out some of our paid services. They're really going to take you to the next level. It's really that simple. But the key issue here is that you need to have a way to continue to engage with the people who are engaging with your content in the first place. One of the biggest mistakes that I see new content creators doing, and this is something that I myself failed to do in the early days, is I see new folks putting out all this content, putting all this work in, and then not asking people to take the next step. And it's so simple to set up just a simple landing page and say, hey, here's a little something extra. If you're watching this video and you enjoyed this content, just take the next step with us and get on that email list. Even if it's a small PDF handout or crash course or something like that, these are great ways for you to add extra value and continue to engage with your customer. Because the fact of the matter is, the majority of sales that occur online are happening in your inbox. They're not happening on Facebook ads or Twitter ads or any of the social media platforms. It's literally in your inbox when people have already established the know, like, trust factor, or KLT. Well, that is your biggest mission in creating your content. Establish that know, like, trust factor, but also make sure to engage with these folks in a consistent way that's not spammy. Just add more value. And the best way you can do that is to grab that email address, because that gives you a direct line into that person's phone book, essentially. You are now able to connect with them directly on a consistent basis and further establish that know, like, trust factor. What you're going to find out when you follow this procedure is that when people are ready to buy, they would never even consider any of your competitors, because you have already gone above and beyond and helped them so much up to this point, and they haven't even paid you a dime. So naturally, they are going to follow up with you when they are ready to take the next step. I know a lot of this can seem a little bit daunting, especially if you've never done it before, but if I can offer you any other piece of advice, it would just be to take this one step at a time. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time you set it up. Just keep at it, but understand the bigger picture. The bigger picture is far more important in this case than the minute details. You're going to have thousands of people interact with your brand over time, and you have a lot of time in order to get this right. So your biggest mission right now should just be to take the first step, put something in place, and start capturing those email addresses so that you can start growing and scaling your no-code consulting business. That's it for this video. If you want to check out more stuff like this about becoming a no-code consultant or just about no-code in general, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.